Hi, I'm Iden Erkin with Embark Women, where we believe we can go farther, faster, together. Today I am joined with Jessica Richardson, with the Director of Development with Hope Springs Water.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, sorry. Can you explain a little bit about what you do?
Yes. I'm Director of Development, like you said, with Hope Springs Water. That encompasses a little of everything around the office. We're a small organization, and so everybody has to do a lot. But primarily my job is building brand awareness through activities like this today and getting to know our partners in the community that want to help do our work and learn more about it. And then fundraising is a big part of what I do, and so yeah.
How did you get to this position that you're at right now?
Well, I've always been drawn to service. And so, I came from an education background. I was a teacher for a little over 10 years, and I became very aware of the global water crisis and developed a real passion for it. And I grew up in East Texas. I was working in Houston at the time, and I came home for Christmas and got a little nudge about Hope Springs Water and coming on board. And I sat down with the executive director and a few members of the board, and by the end of that conversation, I knew I was moving back to East Texas. So.
Can you explain a little bit about the problem that y'all saw?
Yes. So currently there are approximately 700 million people that live without any access to clean water. That means that they're walking more than a mile away to either an open contaminated water source or a river for their drinking water. And 1.2 billion are without sanitation, meaning they have no dignified place to go to the restroom. And so we know that those two problems go hand in hand. You can't solve the water crisis without solving for sanitation as well, to keep the water clean. And we believe that everyone has the right to clean drinking water, and so that's what we've devoted our efforts toward through our bottled water, which you can purchase here in Tyler, and also our nonprofit.
You told me about some girls that you help with the sanitation and stuff. Can you talk about that a little?
Yes. So one of the biggest benefits to solving the global water crisis is how it empowers women. And what we know is that there are, in a lot of places in the world, but especially in the developing world, there is a limited access to a dignified way to manage menstruation, and that ends up keeping girls out of school. And so we were working in a school in Ethiopia when I first learned about this problem, and I was encountered by a school director who asked me for something to empower women, and I had no idea what he was talking about. And so I went and I asked our country director, I told him about that conversation, and he first commented on how brave it was for that school director to even approach a woman as a man approaching me about something that was so taboo to even talk about. Because it is taboo, it's not taught about in schools, misinformation is rampant. And so I set about trying to figure out how do we solve this problem, and my team got really behind that idea, and we just piloted our first menstruation hygiene kit distribution in Ethiopia this fall, where we went into a school and we gave girls menstruation hygiene management, or MHM kits, that last for 3 years if they're cared for. And we'll go back and we'll continually monitor their use and how they're using them and what works and what doesn't work, so we can make some changes. But we're really excited about that.
That's amazing. Have you always known you wanted to help people in your field?
Yes, I've always known that I wanted to work in poverty. Poverty alleviation is a core value of mine, and so I'm really lucky that I get to make a living doing it. So, but yeah, I've always been drawn towards areas that help others, and spending my time doing that.
Just a little Embark Women question. We enjoy failures at Embark, and I was wondering if you could tell us your favorite failures, or
Well, I have a lot of them. One of my favorite quotes that is sometimes attributed to Winston Churchill, but I actually don't think he said it. There's no record if I'm saying it, but it sounds like something he would say. And it's that success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Mm-hmm. And so, I probably fail at something every day, but it's that attitude that you keep going, because failure is such a part of success. If you're not failing, then you're not trying. You're not ever going to succeed at anything.
Exactly.
And you learn from it, and you learn a little bit about yourself. You learn a little bit about other people, and you learn about your own organization or what it is that you're involved in a little more each time, and you're that much more informed as you go forward.
Have you ever taken any risks in your jobs and stuff?
Oh, absolutely. It was a big risk with the Hope for Girls program to tell a room full of men that had only drilled wells and built latrines. Like, we also need to start focusing on menstruation, hygiene, health. So for the longest time, they just referred to it as your project. But they've fully gotten behind. They instantly were open to it. Mm-hmm. But I was really new at the time that I wanted to start devoting a lot of my time to developing it. So that was kind of risky. But again, risks are part of it, mm-hmm. and you put yourself out there and you see what sticks.
Yeah. If you now could tell something that to yourself when you first started just working, what would you say?
I think I would tell myself to be patient, mm-hmm. take deep breaths, be patient with people, be patient with yourself, and keep moving forward.
What do you think the next step will be for you and your company, and like what you're doing with it?
Well, we are continuing this. We're in this pilot program stage for 3 years, and mm-hmm. so we're continuing to flesh that out to see what it looks like on a larger scale than just Ethiopia, but how it works in Central America as well. Hope for Girls is a 3-pronged program that deals not only with just menstruation hygiene management, but also providing wells in schools, so that girls don't have to choose whether to go out and gather water one day or get an education. They can do both at mm-hmm. the same time. And then also building latrines that are a dignified place to go to the restroom. And so that's, over the next 3 years, that's what we're really going to be steeped in and involved in. And then, of course, always promoting Hope Springs Water mm-hmm. as a brand, and getting our bottled water into more areas and expanding that brand and seeing what we can do with it to reach larger markets.
Can you tell everyone where they can get the water, and what happens when they buy the water? What happens to the money or the profit?
Absolutely. So one of the ways that we are supported in our nonprofit is through the sale of Hope Springs Water, which you can get here in Tyler at any local Brookshire store and fresh. And then you'll see it pop up in several small vendors around town as well. And then you can always call me directly if you need a large order. We love doing events and things like that with our water. When you buy Hope Springs Water, 100% of the profits go to our drilling. And you're actually helping to bring clean water to the developing world by purchasing our water. And not everybody drinks bottled water, but if you do, we encourage you to drink the water that saves lives.
Yeah. Just a few trivial questions, what if you had won the lottery, what would you do with the money? Would you keep doing service, or would you go buy a lavish house or something?
I want to think that my life would not change that much. Mm-hmm. I would have more agency to do the things that I'm already doing. I love organizations that empower women, so I would hope to be able to support those at a higher level than I'm able to now. I'll definitely sleep better. That will be life-changing. But I can't see a lot of ways that my life would be that different. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd probably buy property in a few key areas, but other than that, I can't see myself spending too lavishly. But
understandable. Yeah. Would you like to say anything for the Embark women, any motivational quotes or some advice?
I don't know about, I'm so in awe of the women at Embark, so I don't know that I have much advice to give them, but I can say that I'm really thankful that they've chosen to highlight our organization and what we're doing, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it, and I'm inspired by the women at Embark every day.
Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
You can reach Embark Women at www.embarkwomen.org or on Facebook as Embark Women. And Jessica, would you like to tell them where they can reach you?
Yes, you can email me directly at jessica@hopespringswater.org and check out our website at hopespringswater.org.
Thank you.
Thank you.